To me, my dearest Serenus, Athenodorus seems to have yielded too completely to the times, to have fled too soon. I will not deny that sometimes one must retire, but one ought to retire slowly, at a foot's pace, without losing one's ensigns or one's honor as a soldier. Those who make terms with arms in their hands are more respected by their enemies and more safe in their lands. This is what I think ought to be done by virtue, and by one who practices virtue. If fortune get the upper hand, and deprive him of the power of action, let him not straightway turn his back to the enemy, throw away his arms, and run away seeking for a hiding place, as if there were any place whither fortune could not pursue him. But let him be more sparing in his acceptance of public office, and after due deliberation discover some means by which he can be of use to the state. He is not able to serve in the army? Then let him become a candidate for civic honors. Must he live in a private station? Then let him be an advocate. Is he condemned to keep silence? Then let him help his countrymen with silent counsel. Is it dangerous for him even to enter the forum? Then let him prove himself a good comrade, a faithful friend, a sober guest in people's houses, at public shows, and at wine parties. Suppose that he has lost the status of a citizen, then let him exercise that of a man. Our reason for magnanimously refusing to confine ourselves within the walls of one city, for having gone forth to enjoy intercourse with all lands, and for professing ourselves to be citizens of the world, is that we may thus obtain a wider theatre on which to display our virtue. Is the bench of judges closed to you? Are you forbidden to address the people from the hustings, or to be a candidate at elections? Then turn your eyes away from Rome, and see what a wide extent of territory, what a number of nations present themselves before you. Thus it is never possible for so many outlets to be closed against your ambition that more will not remain open to it. But see whether the whole prohibition does not arise from your own fault. You do not choose to direct the affairs of the state, except as consul, or prytanis, or medix, or sophes. What should we say if you refuse to serve in the army, save as general or military tribune? Even though others may form the first line, and your lot may have placed you among the veterans of the third, do your duty there with your voice, encouragement, example, and spirit. Even though a man's hands be cut off, he may find means to help his side in a battle, if he stands his ground and cheers on his comrades. Do something of that sort yourself. If fortune removes you from the front rank, stand your ground nevertheless, and cheer on your comrades. And if somebody stops your mouth, stand nevertheless, and help your side in silence. The services of a good citizen are never thrown away. He does good by being heard and seen, by his expression, his gestures, his silent determination, and his very walk. As some remedies benefit us by their smell as well as by their taste and touch, so virtue, even when concealed and at a distance, sheds usefulness around. Whether she moves at her ease and enjoys her just rights, or can only appear abroad on sufferance and is forced to shorten sail to the tempest, whether it be unemployed, silent, and pent up in a narrow lodging, or openly displayed in whatever guise she may appear, she always does good. What? Do you think that the example of one who can rest nobly has no value? It is by far the best plan, therefore, to mingle leisure with business. Whenever chance impediments or the state of public affairs forbid one's leading an active life, for one is never so cut off from all pursuits as to find no room left for honorable action. Recording by Phil Chenevert. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain.